The last session what we discussed, I think we completed up to foreign currency invoices. So fine. In today's session we'll see supply merge concept. So already we discussed what is the purpose of supply merge, right? The same how to implement in the system we'll see today. Right. So what are the different cases we do merging? Because of duplication. If you have same supplier organization as a two definitions, we can merge. The second reason is if see we have two suppliers. One supplier acquired another organization. One organization is acquiring other organization. If those two organizations are going to be our suppliers, then we can do the supplier merge. The other point is we can merge one site with another site. If client is, our supplier is closing one site, we may just, or else is not closing but is requesting us to make the payment to other site. In that case, from our system side, we have to do the merge. Not only this, there could be some several reasons, but these are the general reasons which we come across. Okay, now who's our supplier? The current fusion organization. Okay, now we'll create one more supplier called as Fusion India organization. Just I'll give the name. Take simple example. We want to merge the supplier information with this supplier. Okay. So first to test that, first we'll create the supplier, then we'll perform the merge. Then all the invoices and all the purchase orders, whatever the information we have with the supplier, all system will be moving to this new supplier, to which supplier we are merging. That's the concept of merging. So merging is nothing but merging transactions information from one supplier to another supplier. Once you merge, the supplier will get inactivated. The site and everything will get inactivated. You cannot use the supplier for recording the invoices. That's it. Okay, let's go to payables. Or from purchasing also you can create supplier. Okay. Sorry. In payables we have already created one supplier. EBS. Why we created? No, what purpose we created one more? Okay, we from purchasing one we created, from payables one created. No issue, just 2 minutes task since already we discussed this point. We'll proceed on that base. Okay. Suppliers entry. So create supplier. Give the supplier name as Fusion India organization. Else I'll go with the ERPTREE. I'll take this supplier. And here we don't need to set other information, all are optional, right? All fields are optional. If you want to give any specification, you can write it. Alias name, maybe just ERPTREE, short name, alias nothing but short name. Click on apply. Okay. Now system will create the supplier header information, right? We have to create the address. Go to address book. So you don't need to take all the points again, just you can make a note as create one more supplier. If you want to take name, you may take, so that somewhere some point we have to consider, that will be useful for reference. That's it. Then click on create. You can give the country. The supplier belongs to which country? Say India. So I'm not writing very detailed level, just I'm taking some random test. Generally we'll be writing the complete information, postal address will be writing information. Okay, so this is for, say, for payment and purchase. So we'll purchase, the site is purchasing as well as payment site. You click on continue to assign this supplier site to operating net. So this is our operating net called for Hyderabad. Operating, just select it and click on apply. Any other setup? Set default payment method. Go to payment details. Quick check the payment. Payment method as a check. And go to site. Click on update payment details. Enable check. Then save it. Done. That's all. Supplier is ready. Now we can go with the supplier merge. Here we have a supplier merge. Take the navigation. Say perform supplier merge. Perform supplier merge. See, if you do the supplier merge, you cannot undo that. You cannot reverse it. If you do one, that's a one-time task. Okay, certain things you can do some setups, you can uncheck or you can reverse and all. But supplier merge is irreversible. You cannot undo it. So supplier merge. Here you have to select from supplier. Which supplier you want to merge with? Which supplier? Fusion organization supplier, because all the transactions we have with the fusion organization. This supplier you want to merge with ERPTREE. Fine. Now, if you want to copy this name Hyderabad site to ERPTREE, okay, you are going to copy the suppliers related information, right? Invoice, payments, POs, everything. So here, when you are copying, along with that, do you want to copy the same name for ERPTREE Private Limited, or else you may go with the separate name whatever you created. If you want to copy the same name, you don't want to give some name, whatever with what name, like for invoices level and invoices and POs, what is the site name is there, the same name you want to copy to this, means in that case you have to enable the checkbox. The same site will be copied for ERPTREE Private Limited. Name only, rest of whatever you define that will be. Okay, that's how you can do. Anyway, if you want to go with the new site only, whatever we created for ERPTREE, the same you can select. Now, fine. You want to copy the information from this supplier to this supplier. Which information you want to copy, that you can select here. See here, invoices. Which invoices? All invoices are only unpaid, outstanding invoice. None means we don't, no need to. If you have a requirement where you want to copy only POs, not unpaid. None means you have a requirement of copying only purchase orders information. In that case, set none, and PO checkbox is enabled. Only purchase orders information will be copied from this supplier to this supplier. That information, only POs information will be merged. Okay, if you want to copy POs and everything, you select all. All means paid and unpaid, both invoice as well as purchase orders. All the information will be copied. Now you can select these options as per business requirement when you are working. Okay, then click on merge. So when you are working real time, who will be doing all this merge and all? Users will be doing. We don't do it, but we have to tell them how to do it. That is the reason we are learning. What setups required to do the supplier merge? List out. You should not answer anything. No setup is required. Yes or no? Any setup you are doing? If already the situation is existed, then we'll do it as we discussed, right? Now here, for testing purpose, we created one more supplier. But reality, if they have one more supplier, then only they'll plan for supplier merge. Means some duplication or reasons. So what setup is required for supplier merge? No setup. It's direct process. So if to implement, to do some activity, if any setups required, as a consultant will do it. As a user, they will be using it. Take simple example, expense report. As a consultant, we will be preparing those templates, expense report templates, and will be setting the options in the payable options under expense tab. That is our job. Entering expense reports and generating the invoices from that, that is end user job. End user we call, will be working on the application call as end users. For every concept we are discussing detail level, what comes under setups, what we call as process. The process always will be handled by business users, and setups will be done by us, because setups are one time setups will be doing. Okay, not only that, for payables, receivables, sorry, payables, purchasing, okay, inventory, what are the setups we did, that will be done by always us only, one time will do. Remaining for based on the which future they want to use. Say take example, interest invoice calculation. Okay, so when you talk about interest invoice, what are the setups required? Interest rates. Interest rates will define. Payable options level will set that option, and for which supplier interest is applicable, will go and select it. So that this comes under setups. But when you see the setups also, sometimes some setups can be done by user also, not implemented consultant. That depends on process. See, when you talk about interest invoices, few setups we will do and few setups they'll be doing on regular basis also. What are those? Say setting up interest information at payable options level, that will be done by us. Okay, and for which supplier interest will be applicable, that the users know very well, they'll be setting. And what rate is applicable in their organization for supplier related payment, late payment, they know very well, they'll be setting. But as a consultant, one time will do in the systems to show the process. For them we have to tell them those some points also. If you want to set for other supplier also interest calculation, here you can set them. In that way we are not going to tell all the setups. We're not going to tell all the setups. Day-to-day point, day-to-day process, what information they required in the system point of view to process the transaction, that kind of information will be shared. Okay, these are the points we have to understand. Okay, done. Now simple task is click on merge. Automatically system will merge all this information, all this supplier information to ERPTREE private limited. Just click on merge. You will get a message also. See here. So trying to merge the supplier, it is a reversible activity. Read it. Okay, we want to continue. So yes, we know that. Okay, if you go to SRS window, you can find the request system will be running. Okay, supplier merge program. Okay, fine. It's taking some time. So fine. Okay, from here we can see. This one is slow. Just let me reconnect. go to find, use supplier as ERPTREE. Now click on find, you will find all the invoices with the supplier name. See, right? All invoices, whatever you created against fusion organization, all you can see with the ERPTREE private limited. That's all. Clear, right? So this is how we'll do the supplier merge. We'll just jump into next concept. What is the next concept? Okay. We're done with this. Now we'll see the holds and releases. Anything we discussed about holds and releases? Sorry? Yeah. Fine, we discussed, and once again we'll see the same and a few more points. Okay. Basically holds are two types. Just you can make a note. Manual holds and holds. Yeah. So I think we discussed everything. System holds. On any invoice, you can place the hold. Normally, we'll place the hold if invoice is not paid. After paying, if you place the hold, no use, right? So generally, for unpaid invoices, we can place the hold. If you place the hold on invoice, system won't allow users to take it for payment. Won't allow. Okay, the process-wise, we have two type of holds, two classifications: manual holds and system holds. So manual holds means as a user, you can go and place the hold on an invoice, and you have to release it. You can place, user can place the hold and user can release it. When you talk about system hold, system will place the hold if something wrong with the invoice creation or anything. Say for example, you are creating invoice, header line distribution is not equal, it will place the hold. You are matching the invoice with the PO or receipt or something else. When you are matching, if that information is not taken properly, like your invoice amount what you entered and the PO whatever the amount you have and quantities, if anything wrong, again there also it will place the hold. Automatically system will take into the hold. If system is placing the hold, what to do? You have to correct it. Generally you have to correct, then only system will release the hold. Otherwise certain holds, even we created some variance is there, still you want to proceed, in that case system will allow you. In that case manually you can release the hold. System holds also, not all specific holds you can release through manual process. These points we have to understand. Now with what reason we place the holds, with what reason we release the holds, those you can define as per your requirement, or what reasons you generally place the hold. All reasons you can create as a hold reasons, hold names or hold reasons, and what reasons you may release the hold. I placed one hold, there should be some reason, right? I'm releasing, there should be reason. These two we can create in the system and we will be testing by creating invoice. Say create invoice holds and release reasons. Say create holds, but there you can see the names and everything. Okay, say create create holds, that's it. Or else invoice holds you can say. Take the navigation. To create the holds, navigation is setup, invoices, hold and release names. Hold reason and release reasons will be created. Setup, invoice, hold and release name. See here, other point is tolerances. Just you make it. See here, tolerance. I can define the tolerances. Okay. So for example, when I'm creating the invoice, when I'm matching with the PO, something so tolerance. Yeah. Okay. So I'm creating this. In that case, say tolerance. I have for quantity, maximum order received, maximum received price, etc., etc. See, for price I'm giving 2% difference, I am okay. I'm creating invoice matching with the PO, but system will identify some difference. If the difference is within 2%, I am okay to proceed. In this case, system won't place the hold. Okay, it's a beyond this tolerance. Okay, I just created one invoice. Invoice amount is 100. Actual invoice amount. When I matched, it is showing 103. 103 means how much percentage? 3% extra. But here I given tolerance price is 2 only. In this case, system will place hold or not? It will place hold. If it is invoice is for 1 or 2, it won't place. That's it. Even in the same way, ordered quantity. Okay, if I'm going to match the invoice with the PO, so ordered quantity I given 100, but I received 110. I'm giving ordered percentage is 5. That means system will accept even if I'm receiving quantity as 5%. But it is more than 5, it will place the hold. In the same way, you can see other points. In the same way, receipt. When you are matching with the receipt, generally that will be applicable. Even maximum received, minimum received order. All this you can set the price and quantities and all. All this. This is for just goods and all. In the same way, for services also we have other options. Clear, right? This is how you can set the tolerances when you are matching. System will consider these tolerances. Based on that only, just it will verify within the limits, in the sense within the tolerance limits means it will accept. Beyond the tolerance limits, it will place the hold. That's it. And you may not have tolerance in your company, but your process always no tolerances will be accepting. It should be asked. If you place the order for 10, you have to receive 10 only. If price is 100, it should be 100 only. That's it. If that is a process you are following as per business what you are doing, in that case tolerances are not required. If somebody want to go with some negotiation in terms of the price. Negotiation means in terms of invoice creation point of some difference. They are okay to accept some basic differences. Those you can set as a tolerances. Okay, you can set quantity tolerance, price tolerance, goods and the services and everything. Fine. Now we'll proceed with the hold creation. Okay, first hold. What will give, say, I'll prefix as a call free. The hold, what reason we may place the hold? Non-sufficient funds. We don't have funds. With that reason we place the hold, right? If you don't place hold on the invoice, what happens? Tell me. I don't place the hold. We don't have funds in our account. I am not going to place the hold on the invoice. Who is responsible for payments and all? They'll be making the payments, right? Then what is the issue? Generic, very generic. I am asking. Yeah, tell me. Check will get bounced because we don't have funds. It's not like we cannot release the check, right? We can write many checks, right? We can write many checks. When check goes to the bank for clearing and all, no funds, it get bounced. That's a negative impression, right? So that situation should not happen. In that case, since we don't have funds, we have to hold the invoice. If it is a hold it, no one can generate the payment against that. If you are not generating the payment, no case will be given check to the supplier, and so there won't be an issue. So that is the reason. The one reason can be non-sufficient funds. The same I can write as a description. Okay. You may write the description as non-sufficient funds and all. Here, type you can select. What is a non-sufficient fund? What is this? Hold reason or release reason? Hold it. To place the hold, this is one of the reason, right? Not to release. Release reason, how it should be?
If there is sufficient funds.
Funds are available. That could be release reason, right? Here, select type as invoice hold. Invoice hold reason. With this reason, you may place the hold on invoice. That is the meaning of it. Okay. Fine. So accounting allowed, you can enable. Means if you place the hold on this invoice, if you place this hold on the invoice, still if you want to allow the user to create accounting, you can enable. If you enable this, even if you place hold, accounting can be created on that. So manually we are going to place the hold. In that case, there should be option to release also. It's mandatory, how to enable it. Then save it. Okay, fine. Save it. Fine. Oh, sorry. We created just invoice the whole reason. Now we'll create release reason. Okay. Funds available. What reason this is? Release, right? Invoice release reason. We need to enable this. Think and tell me. When hold is placed, then you can set these kind of things. When hold is placed, whether you can account or not. Once hold is released, what is the control here? Right? Hold is released. If it is already accounted, okay. If not accounting, yes, we should be able to account because it's not placing, we are removing, releasing. So in that case, manually released to allowed. That is required for a hold only. That hold can be released in manual or not. Okay, this is the reason we are using to release manually only. Okay, it's not applicable. These two checkboxes are not applicable for this. Basically, they have to freeze it, grayed out when you are creating this. Whenever you select this reason, but they are keeping as this. No issues. Just save and close it. Done. So this is how you can when you are working. What happens is there will be several reasons why they place the holds. All they will be giving to us. We can create. Okay, and in the same way there will be different reasons why they will be releasing. That is also you can keep it ready. Then when users are going to work on the system, they will be using the same. Okay, you may not give access, we may not give the access to this form to the users. We'll discuss very detailed level how to restrict also form to the user and all those points. Okay, done. Okay, clear, right? Now we'll create invoice and we'll test it. Okay, so create invoice, invoices entry, invoices. Supplier is ERPTREE. $2,000. Then select distribution set, or you may enter manual distribution. So anyway, it will be defaulting the payment method and everything, right? And immediate payment term, supplier level we have immediate. That is the mistake. You can go and change at supplier site level. Whatever you set at supplier site level, that only system will be taking payment terms. If you want to do that, you can do that. Go to invoice management. This is supplier site, right? Go to terms. Term level by default it will be immediate. Okay, here header level also you can change. Header level also you have immediate only, but if you even header level you can keep immediate only, but site level whatever you keep, that only will come to invoice. Whatever information you have site level, that only will come. If some information is not available at invoice site level, okay, that will come from header. If available, it will come from site only. First preference system will give to site only. Here you can set your payment term. Whenever you select this supplier and site, that payment term will get defaulted. Okay. Save it in the same way. If you want to set distribution set also default, you can set it. Distribution set means you have to go to accounting. Go to accounting. Go to distribution set. Here you can select when you are creating invoice for the supplier and site. Okay, which the distribution set system has to take. Okay, since we have multiple operating system is asking. It is missing or what happened to this? Basically, it should not ask us here. It has to open. Say liability account. It's not default. Basically, it's the default. By default, it has to create all this. Should not happen in this way. Okay, seems to there is some problem with that global security profile which we defined, but already we tested. We have seen that. Now just I'm going to remove. There is some issue with that, so I'll do that. It's not mandatory. Just try to understand. It's not mandatory.
Yeah.
Counting. Okay, there is some issue with that. Otherwise, it has to come automatically. Only we have to select distribution set. Something is conflicting technically, so that's the reason it's not coming. So select here your distribution set as a default. So if you want, if anyone you can select. Now if you are trying to create invoice, system will take payment terms, distribution set from supplier site. That's it. So let's go and create invoice. Invoices entry. Invoices. See, system is taking distribution set. And the system is defaulting the payment terms site. That's it. Line level you can enter the amount. Versions, validate. It's validated. If you want to account it, account it. What do you use of final mode? Final post? Final post.
You can post the details.
We can post the details, sir.
System level.
Tell me detail level. What is the use of final post?
System will allow the details to.
Gone. Nothing. Next one. See, without preparing, if you are attending, no use. Please try to realize it. Next.
You can create the transaction and
Transaction. Huh? Good.
you can post the entries.
Over.
Get the entries and posting the GL system.
Somewhat okay, but not proper. Next one.
You can post the entries.
What post? What post? Yeah. Yes, please.
Real accounting is done and posted to.
Next one. Same batch, right? But I'm not finding in that way. Please.
Creating entries and posting to GL.
Hmm.
Accounting entries will post and transfer to GL.
What accounting entry posting means? Nothing. Just what you are speaking. I'm not getting. Next.
Transaction will be posted to GL.
Who said this point?
Create accounting and
That's it. It will create accounting. First point. Second point.
it will transfer to GL.
So it will transfer. That is the answer. What is the all the answers? Nobody will accept. Okay. Final post means it will create accounting entries. It will transfer to general ledger and it will post it. Everybody is saying transaction will be posted. What transaction will be posted? We may have inner meaning within that. Nobody will see that inner meanings. They'll see that what is outer meaning only. What you explain. I clearly mentioned on the day. Final means one step. It will create accounting entries. Final post 3 steps. First it will create accounting entries. Then it will transfer to GL. Then it will be posted in GL. I don't know what is the purpose we discussed. If you are not interested. Not one other. Most of the people, almost except 1 or 2 people. Nobody is. But you will pay for it. If you are not okay with the subject, when you are into situations, you will pay for it. Fine, done. Now invoice is created and validated. So when you want to see the due date, go to schedule payments. See the due date is today. But today due date, who are processing the payments, they will take care of payments. But say just as a user or manager, I want to stop the payment for this invoice since I know funds are not available in the bank account. So in that case, what I'll do is go to hold stamp. So what reason? Call free, non-sufficient funds. Call free, non-sufficient funds. Select it and save it. Good. Okay, just select the whole reason. Now see, painful what happened? Grayed out. You cannot make the payment. Not only here, if you go to the payment workbench, it won't come. The list, it won't come. Okay, user may says, I want to make the payment for so and so invoice. I have my invoice ready. but I'm not able to find when I'm making the payment. You have to think on that. Why invoice won't come? My simple question is, user is trying to make the payment for his plan is user wants to make the payment, but the user is not able to find the invoice in the payment workbench. What could be the reason? Sorry?
Invoice.
Sorry?
Invoice.
Invoice? Should be on hold.
Might be
Might be on hold. Okay, great. I'm sorry for that. Okay, invoice may be on the hold. Okay, that is one reason. Then that's all. Accounting, please. Sorry.
Sufficient balance are not available.
What sufficient balance are not available? Here, what you are telling? If sufficient balance are not available, how system knows? Huh?
Bank account. We create bank account. The bank account. More transactions.
Invalid. So we never discussed about the bank account balances in the system. You may not have money in your bank account system within our system related. So there is no control on that. Okay, so that is the reason only you are placing the hold. You, in your real bank account, funds may not be available, but through system you can make the payment. Or else you may maintain. We are maintaining the same bank account in system also, right? Within the system bank account also funds may not be available. Still it will allow. Without having money, you can make the payments in our system bank account, not real bank account. Okay, that is the point. Tell me.
Validation.
Sorry.
If it is not valid.
Yeah, that is also very important. First, you have to say that part. It may not be validated. Okay, it's validated and no holds. Still, user is not able to find the invoice. Please. Tell me.
Not paying.
Some valid points people are saying. What is that? What is the other reason? Because these are important. If you say I completed payables, many people completed. Many people knows it. Sorry. In that case, what system will do? Hold it will place, right? That already discussed. What could be other reason? These points are very, very important. Or else take example, I am trying to make the payment through payment process request. You know, right? Payment process request. Tell me, on that base you will be getting many points. Please. At least 2, 3. Come on, many points are there. Even if you are not preparing well, you can answer. You can tell many points. If you are not at all preparing, you won't be saying anything. These learning is important. These points are important. Sorry, tell me.
in case any dam
Huh?
from supplier and
Tell me a full statement. Tell me, please. What you are trying to say? That's what I'm asking. Please. I don't know what you are calculating on the screen. You tell me. Just it's simple understanding. Don't look at screen. All people are very busy with the screen. What is there inside of screen? Tell me. These are important. Tomorrow, if you get issue, tomorrow if you get some issue, you cannot resolve if you are not thinking and telling these points. These are all important. Yeah, you are telling some valid point. Checker or something. Yeah, what is the problem? Payment method check. Then it's a valid point, but you just you have to drive in proper way in statement. Payment method also will become reason. How? What payment terms again? The point is valid, but the actual point is supplier when they are creating invoice, payment method can be one, and payment creation time, whatever the payment method they selected is different. Since payment method is not matching, system won't display the invoice. In the payment workbench, you will be selecting the supplier and payment method, right? All the information will be selected. So there also there is some issue. Invoice payment method, payment methods are not same. Invoice cannot be displayed. Invoice you have with check, but you are trying to make the payment. For payment you are using the electronic. When you select electronic, how check related invoice will get displayed? No. Still, what else? Huh? Payment, invoice, I am not talking. Payment. Payment case PO, no PO. No PO, nothing. Only for invoice only. Invoice only, PO or receipt or something. You can name anything. GRM. Yeah, what are the other reasons? Those are very, very important. Please.
Bank phone also we have.
Bank account.
Bank phone number also have to.
Where it has to match. Where you are giving invoice level, you are giving bank account match. No, right? You can take decision which through which account you have to pay when you are making the payment.
Before due date, and also invoice, that's
Can we make the payment before due date? You said no? Yes. You can make the payment. There is no control in the system. You can pay on time, you can pay before or later.
Later also.
If you pay early, what happens?
No issue.
No issue not. There is some good point. You may get discount.
Yes, yes.
If you pay on time, nothing. If you pay late, you have great benefit, interest.
Interest.
You have to pay interest, right? These are the points. See, there is no control on payment terms. Payment terms just will calculate due date for that information. Based on that, you can generate reports and you can take decision. Otherwise, payment terms are not going to control something. You have to pay invoice after 6 months. If you are paying today, system will accept. Why system is accepting? That's how Oracle built. Why Oracle built in that way? That's how business run. That's it. Businesses they'll be doing the payments like that. That's the reason they built application. If no business is going to make the payment before due date, then Oracle also will build the rule in the system saying that invoice should not be selected for payment before. They can write programming. That's how system will be functioning. But business are not running like that. That is the reason they also not set any limitation over there. Okay. Any other reasons?
If there is a prepayment also.
Tell me clearly. If there is prepayment also means what exactly? My question is, invoice supplier is not user is not able to find the invoice in the payment workbench to make the payment. What the reason? Supplier can be different, first of all. That is valid. In the payment workbench, so user selected another supplier and is searching for a different supplier invoice. In that case also you don't find it. Okay. So this is how there will be many reasons. You have to think when you are spending more time, then automatically in mind it will be getting connected. So that's how it works. Please try to spend more time so that the people who are answering really good and who are not answering, they are not answering anytime. You know that. So leave it. Let's proceed from here. Now we just place the hold. Because of hold, we are not able to make the payment also, right? Okay, fine. So now we'll go and release the hold. What reason? Any reason, whatever the reason, real reason you have, accordingly. So say funds are available. Now save it. Who placed hold and who released hold, and with the dates and which date and what reasons placing and releasing. Okay, now if you try to make the payment, you can make it. So that is use of holds. Okay. The same way, like here manually you can place the hold, or else when you are creating invoice, even standalone without matching, if your header line distribution not equal, it will place hold. Or else when you are matching, if any price or quantity, if anything wrong, it will place the hold. Apart from that, you can set to the supplier saying that for so and so supplier, if any invoice we create, that should be placed on hold automatically. You can set for so and so invoice, any invoice you create, that should be placed on hold. The business process may be when you get invoice, user will create the invoice that will be kept on hold automatically by system. Then somebody will take the responsibility of looking into that invoice information and verifying if everything is fine. Then they'll release and they'll take it to further process of validation, accounting, and payment. There may be some review kind of approach the system company may follow. In that case, it's always best practice. They can any invoice they create, that will be placed on hold. Then the respective person will go through it. They will verify manually. Okay, anyway, system also do the verification, right? Validation. System will do system validation, but as a business, like they'll be doing some verification. If that is okay, then they'll release it. Then it is ready for further process. So in that scenario, also you can use it. Sorry. Hold for payment. All invoices are unmatched invoices. Okay, so unvalidated invoices. Switch invoices. If I say all, okay, all whatever the invoice I create, okay, it can be manually within directly payables created or matching, whatever it may be. It will be placing on hold. Okay, the reason if you are placing hold, that is practice, company practice, something else. Clear, right? So supplier level also you can set the hold so that all this invoice get placed on hold. Okay. So this is supplier level. If you want to set that for a specific site, because you are dealing with the same supplier with the multiple sites. One site means if you set supplier level, that is fine, it works. You are dealing with the same supplier, but one supplier you want to place all the invoice on hold or specific unmatched, and the other supplier no. In that case, the best practice is you can do at the site level. Same options available. One site you may enable, another site you may not enable. That's how site level also you can set it up. Based on the business requirement, you can do it. So that's all about holds concept. Okay, to understand. Next one. So already discussed what is the purpose of pay group. What is the use of pay group? With pay group, you can group the suppliers for the payment purpose. Okay. So I can create on pay group. The pay group I can assign to multiple suppliers. So I have 10 suppliers. I create a pay group 1. The pay group 1 I assign to supplier 1 and 5 and 7 and 10. If I go, when I'm making the payment, if I select the pay group 1, it will automatically pick the invoices related to 1, 5, 7, 10. That's it. Okay. So this is how just we can use the pay group. So as per your requirement, okay, as per your requirement, you can create how many pay groups you require. Okay, you can create, you can just create how many pay groups you require. Let's go and create the pay group. Say create pay group. Setup, lookups. Okay, setup lookups, purchasing. Okay, actual name is, you can type is pay group, you can say meaning is valid pay groups. That's how you'll find. So why it is in purchasing? Pay group is related to suppliers. Supplier function is related to purchasing one. The same we are using. First purchasing will take initiative of creating the supplier and all. From payables will make the payment. That is the reason this definition they given from purchasing. Okay, it is connecting to purchasing. See here we are not selecting payables. Purchasing. Okay. So here, see here, options, access levels, user, extendable, and system. Okay, user means we can create new pay groups, new values. System means we cannot create. Whatever Oracle will provide, that you have to. Extendable means, user means you can create and edit, modify. Extendable you can create and you cannot modify, and for different purpose also will be using that. So here I'll create call free. One classification of supplier, say I'll say foreign. Call free foreign vendor. You may create multiple pay groups. Foreign vendors, domestic vendors, or else raw material vendors, services vendors. Okay. So what criteria you follow for the suppliers, when you are passing the payments, the priority, based on that you can create a number of pay groups. Okay, now we created pay group. Okay, this pay group, how many foreign suppliers you have, those suppliers you have to assign this. That's it. Go to our supplier for understanding. Fine. Go to invoice management. Here you have to assign. What is the name we given? Call free. Okay, sorry. Call free. Call free foreign. It is fetching. The same way, how many foreign vendors you have? For all the foreign vendors, same process. You can go and open the supplier and you can select pay group as a foreign vendor. Sorry, foreign ERP. I mean, just a call free foreign vendor pay group. Then save it. After you say you assign to 4 suppliers, you have four foreign suppliers. In that case, later what we'll do? You go to the payment manager. Already we know this. Already we tested, but I'm just once again showing this. Go to the payment manager. There, when you just go with the payment process request, there we have criteria, right? Within the criteria, pay group also one of the criteria. Okay, here payment process. We completed this, right? Yes or no?
Payment process request we need.
Oh, we didn't do that. Then okay, you will understand later. Now it's no need to, since the concept is pending. Just I mean, so we mentioned later.
You mentioned concept next to invoice. After the invoice batch, you mentioned PPF.
Okay, here I mentioned. Okay, at that time you can see. For now, the point just try to understand. With the pay group, you can group the suppliers to make the payment. That's all. Okay, clear, right? How to create, how many you require as per business, you can create it. That's all. Next concept is lookups are quick codes. Both are same. The terminology they given, like in the very older version, they given the name as a quick codes. Later, the name they changed to lookups. Still in the system, you can see as a, some modules you can see quick codes, some modules you can see as a lookups. But the reality, both are same. The naming convention only they given different, but concept wise same. So, what is use of lookups or quick codes? We can create the predefined information. Predefined information you can create one time under the that you can use in the wherever you require. Now, one of the examples pay group also we created just now through lookups only. Sorry, lookups only we created just now. Just see setup invoice. Sorry, lookups purchasing lookups. Now this also one of the lookup only. Predefined value only, right? From now that call free when foreign vendor is predefined value. That's it. The same way to understand. Okay, some payables related. Go to payables. Okay, system lookups payables. Pay group also we created from lookup only. Once again, let's see that. Okay, payables point. Setup lookups payables. So here you can say invoice types. For payables, the best example is invoice types. These are the invoice types. because all are created here, created by Oracle. That is the reason from front end we are able to see. But they written the programming which need to be displayed in LOV, which should not be. See here you have interest here. If you go to LOV, do you find it? No, you cannot find it. But when you create automated system will trigger, from here it will take and it will display. The same way many other. Yeah, withholding and many other, just you can look into this. Okay. So what type of lookup this is? System means we cannot create. See here, place cursor and try to create. It's already disabled. Okay, that's how we have to find. Okay. So user means we can add the lookup values. This is all we call as lookup values codes. And system means we cannot create. Whatever system provides, we have to use. Why Oracle is not giving us to add it? Invoice types, why they are not adding, allowing it to us to add? Hmm? Business may need, right? That is the point. Functionality. You can add in one more invoice, but what is the functionality for that? How you will decide? That can be decided by only code. It should be written by Oracle, since that is their own product. The source code we call. See, Oracle written the added invoice, stand invoice. How stand invoice? Whether it has to accept positive sign or negative sign, and which tabs, which field should become mandatory, should become optional, and how it has to behave when we are creating invoice or doing something. Everything they written the coding. So invoice type, they didn't create just invoice type. It's not working. Just they create invoice type. They created invoice type and they created functionality. How it has to work. Everything they did. Now if they give you the option, you can add it. With that, what you will do? Nothing. That is the reason they are not allowing. Even if you create, no use. Okay, clear, right? So this is all about lookups. Not only this, you can just go and open like query. Many lookups here. These all are tables related lookups only. Just control F11, you can find everything. See one by one. Okay. Fine. This is all about lookups or quick codes. Invoice batch. Okay. So instead of creating one by one invoice through invoice workbench, okay, individual invoice process, you can go with the invoice batch process. What is the advantage? How many invoices you want to enter? How many invoices you are planning to enter? The number of invoices for those total invoices. What is the amount? Total amount. These two you can specify, and you can go and enter the invoices. And once you start entering, system will start counting how many you already entered. Still, how many you have to enter? How much amount you enter? Still, how much amount you have to enter? Everything it will be just giving that update, so that based on that user can proceed and they can do without any mistakes. Or else you have a requirement of entering 50 invoices today. If you are not going to use invoice batch, you will be start entering one by one in the invoice workbench directly. You may forget 2 to 3 invoices. Then and there you cannot find out. Maybe by running the reports and all something you can find out, but while you are entering you cannot understand whether those are missing or what. So that is the reason. So online, like immediate base, if you want to know, how many invoices you entered, how many you have to enter, how many are missing, whatever the differences, you can go with the invoice batch functionality. In payables at a time, you can use invoice batch or individual invoice creation, any one of this function. If you want to use invoice batch, you have to disable that form. Okay, now we are able to use invoice workbench, right? Because this is disabled. For that we have a profile option. We'll go and see. The simple point take as create invoice batch. So not only that, if you say like validation also, I'll create one invoice from invoice workbench. I have to validate one by one, right? Of course, separate program also we have. You can go to SRS window. You can submit validate invoices, invoice validation program. It will validate automatically. Okay, anyway, we are not talking about that. Normally in the invoice workbench, you will create one invoice, will go and validate, right? But if you have invoices within the batch, with a single click, you can validate all the invoices at a time. Okay, even accounting also you can do. However, you are doing for one by one invoice in the invoice workbench. Instead of that, you can do with one click. You can create accounting for all the invoices. To create accounting for all the invoices at a time, we have separate program also in SRS window. Okay, that's different again. So let's go and do it. Task name is sorry.
You can make payment also
At a time you can make the payment when you are making the payment. If you select this batch name, you can select the batch name. Within that batch, how many invoices are there? All will get selected. That is the criteria.
If supplier is different or same also.
Sorry.
If supplier is different.
Different also, because that invoices can belongs to multiple suppliers. In that case, their condition should not be supplier, only batch. Within the batch, how many we have, all it will select. That's it. You will see that once you work on that payment process request, you can understand. Okay. Still, if you have any doubts, I will talk about it. So, task name is create invoice batch. Navigation invoices, entry, invoice batches. Okay, invoice entry, invoice batches. See, system is not allowing. Reason, as of now, we can only one you can use. If you want to use batch, this profile option you have to set. AP use invoice batch control. You have to set to yes. That means if you want to create invoice through batch only. In that case, if you go and open the invoice workbench, it won't open. Clear, right? If this profile option AP use invoice batch control, if it is set to yes, you can create invoice through batch. If it's set to no, you can create through invoice workbench. Okay, fine. So we'll go and set the profile option. Go to sysadmin, profile system. Sorry, user I written. So for your responsibility, set it. Okay, don't touch site level. Okay, for your responsibility, you want to create from your responsibility, you want to create invoices through batch or not? Yes, yes means set as yes. I'll explain if you set what is the site application responsibility user and all. That is a common for anything. What is the functionality, how it works, I'll explain you later. For now, just anyway, just set it your responsibility level and save it. Clear, right? Okay. Done. Now go to invoice payables. You'll be able to create invoices from invoice workbench. Invoices, entry, invoice batches. Batch is opening. Now just go and try with invoice workbench. Means through batch also you will be navigating to workbench only, but here direct just direct function. It will open, but it will allow you to find the existing invoices, but not to create. See here, find option is opening. If you want to find it. That's it. You cannot create from here. Freeze. Okay. So that's how it works. Let's go and create invoices from invoice batch. So invoices, enter invoice batches, batch name, control count. Okay, how many invoices you want to enter? Say 5 invoices. For 5 invoices, what should be the amount? How much amount you are going to enter for 5 invoices? 2 lakhs. Okay. Give batch name, then give control count and control amount. Then scroll little right. If you want to give some specification, see here already system is showing. For now, the difference is 5 and 2. That means you didn't enter anything. Once you enter, the information will be displaying here. The actual invoice count, how many you entered, how much amount you entered, the variance will be coming here. So what should be invoice currency payment? If you give here automatic, it will be defaulted, but not required. Okay. So these are the different. You are creating invoice. All invoices you want to place on hold. You can place hold and you can create the batch. Somebody will review, and if okay, then they can release the hold. Okay, they can release the hold, then they can proceed. That's how we can do it.
Not the invoices also.
Sorry?
Not all. Some of the invoices also we can do.
Some of the means go and do it when you are entering invoice. For all means batch level. For specific means invoice creation time you can set. Here if you set, it is applicable for all. Okay, that's how you can see. Like if you have access to multiple operating, you may select one operating unit here, so that whenever you open the invoice workbench from here, it will default. Okay, that's it. But on all these are all not required. Just you focus on this point. Okay, then click on invoices. Now it will open the invoice workbench from here to create invoice. Click on invoices. Okay, trading partner.
Yeah.
See here, system is taking that batch control. Once you enter, automatically will be counting here. Here itself you can find an. Otherwise, you can close and you can come back to the batch screen, batch form. There also you can see. Started counting. Okay. Anyway, we set distribution set and everything default, right? So taking, so we don't do anything. Save it. Don't submit for validation, also not required. Create one more invoice. To create one more invoice, what I suggest you is copy it. Shift F 5 means copy one field. Copy one record means F6. We discuss or not? I don't know. I don't remember. No, discuss, but you are not answering. That's it. Okay. Shift F6. Okay, Shift F6 will copy the entire record. Shift F5 above field. Shift F6 above record. But uniqueness should be here number, right? Everything copied. Go to lines. Enter line amount. Again, I'll do the same. We will do place the cursor in this row. Shift F6. Invoice number should be 6. And go to lines. So this is just to simplify that creation. I am just suggesting to go in that way. Then save it. So now here you can see we plan to enter 22 lakhs, but entered only 1 lakh 50,000. 1 lakh 50 you entered. No. Header level 1 lakh 50, right? So here also you have to enter 50 only. I just entered. Otherwise you can go and change in the header level. Header level amount it is counting. Or else here also you make it as a 50. Then that when we do the validation, there won't be any issue. Otherwise it will place the hold. Done. Now you can close. Anyway, just I planned, we just entered 5, but I am entering 3 only. No issues. Now here I can see that summary of information. We plan to enter to 5, but actual count is 3 and the variance is 2. The planned amount is 2 lakhs, entered amount is 1 lakh 50. Difference is 50,000. This will be very good information for the user to take decision to stop or continue whatever. Now you can just click on validate. All invoices will be validated within the batch. One click. See, validate one batch. This batch say yes. Say okay. System will be running the program. Invoice validation. This program you can run from here also. You may create 1,000 invoices. You may not validate one by one. You can come to SRS window. From here you can submit invoice validation program. But what Oracle it is, if you click on validate tab out there, the tab function they linked with that program. Once you click on that, it is triggering and it is running. That's it. Other option they given anywhere to run from SRS window. Done. Now to see the changes, you can re-query it. Copy the name, F11, paste, Control F11, re-query. Okay, query then the same name. That's what I'm trying to say. Now if you go to invoices, you see the statuses as a validated. Click on invoices. Second invoice, third invoice. All invoices are validated. Same way if you click on, okay, that's all. It's that. So this is how you can do it. Okay, so that is use of invoice batch. See here it is giving message control count and amount is not equal. Say okay, it will accept. It won't stop us. Just it will warn us. Okay, it will just give the information what's wrong and all. That's all about batch. Yeah. Now we'll see the payment manager. In the payment manager only we have payment process request, PPR. See, I'll take you a simple example. If I want to run the any program, report or program, I have to go to view, request, click on submit a new request, singular, multiple request. That means we can have a multiple request. Select and say okay, then select program, any program, and provide the parameters, right? For anything you have to provide the parameter, then say okay and submit. Clear, right? We know very well. Now whatever we are going to do, that also equal to this only, but that is managed in the different way. If you understand and remember this point, that is nothing, same. We'll go and see that. Now you can say submit payment process request. I'll just wait, don't take any point. If you take it, not an issue. Don't take any point. I'll explain you something, then based on that you can take. Okay. So concept is submit payment process request. With the payment process request, what we can do, we can automate the payment process where system will select bill format and confirm the payments automatically. We don't need to give specific invoice. In the payment workbench, you have to go and select, right? But here it's not required. Automatic system select. What system has to select, you have to say as a condition or criteria. Okay. Don't take any point, I'll repeat it. Payments, entry, payments manager. So payment manager. Here, payment process request. Okay, I'm just clicking on this. This is equal to view request. view request, navigation plus payment process request. After that, what we will do there? Select single request, right? Here also submit single request. When you are submitting, we have to enter the parameters, right? There will be having the name which is created by Oracle, right? Report name. But here we have to give the name. Something ABC. Then there we have to give parameters, right? Parameters nothing but conditions on what base the report has to run. Here also these all are the parameters, criteria. Here you can say which supplier invoice system has to process. Just only ERP3. Only ERP3 supplier invoice only it will select. Otherwise I'll give the pay group. Pay group. Specific. Now this pay group is assigned to how many suppliers? Only that supplier invoice only it will select. I am removing it. Or else legal entity. If I select specific legal entity, okay, the legal entity will be associated with a particular operating net. Balance segment value will use for operating the balance we are linking, right, with the legal entity. So here you can select legal entity. Only that legal entity related payments means with that legal entity is associated with the which operating net, only that operating nets. Okay. You can select like this. These are all conditions. You treat as the parameters when you compare with the report. And here also payment currencies and operating. Here specific operating you can select. Okay. That is the conditions. Again, when you are making the payment, you have to specify the bank account details, right?
Yeah.
So here you have to give the payment attributes. Your disbursement bank account. Call free corporate account. Document. Call free check. It's a combination, right? Here in case of foreign currency payments only exchange rates are required, right? But you may not have foreign currency, but here they made it as a process mandatory. So you can say corporate rate is, exchange rate is corporate. That's it. And again, when you are running, we discussed the 4 steps process. It will select, build, run, format, and confirm, right? In between, if you want the system to stop that for your review purpose, the system selected, you want to see what system selected before system go to the next step. In that case, that processing options also you can set. I'll say, for example, stop. I'm enabling this. Stop process for review after scheduled payment selection. Again, I'll say stop process for review after creation of proposed payments. Okay. And here create payment instruction automatically initiate when payment process is complete, that by default. So this is how you can set all the criteria and conditions rules. Okay, based on that, the system will be processing. Say today I'm processing for the supply for this criteria. Means whenever I want to make the payment, I have to select some criteria. But here I am not selecting anything, or else you want to allow only check payments. Now for how many invoices, okay, payment was check irrespective of supplier. I'm not specifying supplier. How many invoices we have for with the check payment? Okay, check as a payment method. All invoices it will select. And again here you can specify include only due. If you select only today, if you are processing today due only, it will select. If you don't select past due or current due and future due, everything it will select which are available in the system. Okay, that's how you can restrict. Okay, that is the other option. And here invoice batch also, just now we discussed. I can give the invoice batch name here. Date we given today's date, right?
Yes.
8th.
Batch.
Oh, sorry. It's 08.
December.
12. Okay, December, right? Yeah. So it's displaying. Now only in this batch, how many invoices you have? If you want to process automatically, you can process that. You can select which criteria you require. Otherwise, if you go with open criteria, all will get selected. Okay, those can be supplier related. Sorry, employer related also. Everything. So that's how we can use. But you have some criteria every time you process the payments for a specific pay group or something. In that case, we can set here. Okay, or else supplier something else you can say. Anything you can say. I just select here. only check payments need to be processed with respect of supplier. And again, payment attributes I have to set by using which bank account and all. Okay, this was bank account. What I given? Call free. Call free check, right? Okay, and processing options these. Today I'm going to submit the payment. Okay, tomorrow also I have to do almost think like I'll be using the same, or else I may change one or two parameters. Now I select check. Tomorrow I may select particular supplier. Okay, later I may change something else, but think like they should be same. They should be same, and I'll be using the same bank account and the same payment process profile and all. In that case, every time you are going to use the same, in that case you can create the template by setting all this information as predefined. Create template. Whenever you want to make the payment, use template, all will get defaulted. Now otherwise, if this is the case, what I'll do, I'll enter all those things, then I can click on submit. Then system will select the invoices. It will stop for review. Will review again, will submit. It will again stop for proposed payments, because we selected those processing options too, right?
Yes.
One for review, other one for proposed payments review. It will stop, then finally it will process for the payment. Okay, that's how it works. But every time I'll be processing with the same options. In that case, better I can create the template. Now normal process means you can give like this and you can click on submit, it will select. But we'll create template and we'll use the template, we'll do it same process. So first we'll try to understand how to create the template. Say create payment template. So create payment template. Go to templates, then say create. Okay, go to templates, click on create. So give the name as call free payment template. If I want to set some criteria, I can set here, but I am not setting, not required. I may select only I want to process check payment. Go to payment attributes, select call free corporate account. So call free payment process profile, the corporate rate. So just now we filled all those in the payment process request, right? The same we are entering in the template. The same will be defaulted. Okay. So process automation. Nothing but processing options. Processing, we have the tab, right? That here they are giving us processing automation. Whether you want to go with automation or you want to stop in the certain level. Stop after scheduled payment selection, then stop after proposed payments. Okay, fine, that's all. Okay, fine. And say apply. Clear, right? Done. Now by using this template you can make the payments. So from where? Go to payment process request. Say submit payment process request. Say submit payment process request. Okay, payment process request. Submit a single request. Here give the name. Template not. Call free payment process request. All the information you want to default from template. Here you can give the template name. Just find the template. Call free. Tab out, it will select. Select it. It is defaulting the check. Okay. Template level given check, right? Same copying. If you go to payment attributes, all the information will be defaulted. If you go to processing, the same information is defaulted. Okay, done. I'm not setting anything. Everything is copied from template. Now say submit. Change it. Change it. Fields are open, right? You can override. Just click on submit. That will be submitted. Okay. Now if you want to see the status of that, here from here you can search and find. What is the name you given? Call free payment process profile. Oh, sorry, payment process request. Click on go. Status new. Here start action, one icon. Go to task icon will get displayed. Till the time you have to wait. You can click on go. It will work as a refresh. See, here it came. What is the status? We enable that option, right? Stop for invoice review. Selected invoices for review. Click on start action. Then you can see how many invoices are selected here. Number also you can see here only. Selected 7. These are the 7. Okay. Check. These all are related to check. One or multiple supply doesn't matter. Okay. Here we have employee also quoting. For employee also we have a payment method check. Criteria is check only, right? So now, if you want to remove any one of the invoice, you don't want to make the payment to quoting. Select and say remove from request. You can do that. You can remove. Or else say here we have this invoice with the 20,000. Okay, or else first invoice for 50,000. You don't have funds with you to pay 20, 50. You want to pay only 10. Update it. That's how you can do change. You can remove or else you can update the how much amount you are going to pay. Then click on submit. Any doubt? Okay, click on submit. Done. So calculating the specified amount, special amount means just you change that and it will be calculating the next level of interest, etc. Whatever. Again, you click on go. Here you can keep monitoring that by clicking on go. Not only here, once you submit here, that will be submit in the SRS window also. Place is different, almost process same. So here system is building the payments. First selection, then build, then it will format, then it will confirm. People are not confirming. Done. Okay. Next step. Click on go. Pending proposal payment review, that also enabled, right? To stop for pending proposal review. That's the reason it stopped process. Click on start action. Now in this stage, how many invoices we have? Same, because we didn't do any changes. Okay. Here quote one supplier means employee, another supplier is ERPTREE. If you want to see those invoices, you can select this. This supplier invoice will be displayed below detail level. One invoice we just updated, right? One invoice?
Yes,
10,000. See here, actual amount is 50, but amount to be paid, we changed to 10. The same you can see here. And if you want to see this employee related, only one we have, expense report. So it doesn't matter here, just selection just to view only. There's no functionality in that, just to verify. Then you can say run payment process. By default system will be selecting. Just click on go. Click on go. It will submit for formation. It will submit for formation. It will submit for formatting. Click on go. Okay, it's under process. Click on go. Assembled payment. See the status now, formatting. Okay, formatting. But basically, this will be changed to formatted. Once it's changed to formatted, here we'll get the start action icon. But in our system, it's not happening. But we have workaround. Normally, what happens here? Only its status will come as formatted. Here you can find the go to task icon. You can click on that. But here it's not coming. No issues. We can see the results. Here, expand it. Here it will be coming. Basically, it has to come here. It's not coming. Okay, here it is coming. You can use this. Okay, formatted, ready for printing. Just click on go to task. Take all the points. The header level here only it is coming in the sense you click on this. If it is not coming, just expand this and here take action. Okay. Click on take action. If you have a real-time instance and all, we'll be installing the printer. In the instance, printer installation will be, printer related setups will be there. That will be done by DB. They'll run it and installation everything will be done. How many printers you have, everything will get in the search. But here no installation, so by default value Oracle is providing as a no print. You follow the same, then say print. Okay, print. So here we have one as a need action. Current one what we are just doing, that only need action. Otherwise you can go to this payment process request and you can search from here, right? That we know. Okay, so here it's again go there, submitted for printing. Again take action is ready, click on this. Now we are going to confirm final stage where invoice record will be converted as a payment record. Okay, the record is same, invoice will be saved as a payment record. Just click on take action. The total amount which you are going to pay is 1,96,250. Okay, payments are two, means two checks we are going to use. Two supplier, one supplier, one employee. For one check we can make the payment for multiple, right? The same. So just these are the details and all, to whom how much and all, which party how much, supplier or employee, anyone you can call it simply party also. Okay, so click on record print status, means we are going to confirm. Say record print status. Okay, click on record print status and say continue. Here status system is showing as printed. Then click on continue. Okay, click on continue. Don't worry about warnings and all, don't read it, say apply. It's a general warning, it's a system is saying you are going to confirm, make sure that you are going to do the right decision and all. That's what that kind of positive message only. Okay, done. Now it's under action. Okay, payment process request instruction. Submit a record print status for payment instruction. Please monitor the concurrent request for status. Even you can monitor from here also. Instructions something wrong. Confirmed payments, nothing wrong. Okay, confirmed payments. So printed, everything fine. If you want to see those, okay, here we'll be having a payments option. It's not displaying here, no issues. You can go to here payments. Paper document number. What document number we don't know. Payment date, today date. Click on go. From payment workbench also you can go and see the same. Okay. Clear, right? So now you can click on this show here, 1,76,000 for how many invoice and all you can see. It's not opening. Click on amounts. It has to open, it has to display invoices. Documents we used one. These are the invoices. Okay, that's all. So this is all about payment process request. You got the payment what I can say, pay group concept also, right? That's it. Okay. Just for payables, one more session. In that session, what we'll do, we'll see the how to do the 4-way matching, and we'll see how to, uh, I mean, how to do this activity called as inspection and accepting, rejecting this process. Then we'll see the purchase returns. When you create the purchase, when you perform the purchase returns, automatically system create the debit memo and the payables, because the purchase is a debit memo only, right? That automatic debit memo creation. And whenever you create receipt, system has to create invoice and payables automatically. That only we call as pay and receipt. And manually how to create the purchase order. In previous sessions we have seen how to create the PO based on requisition, automatic, that we have seen, but we'll see in the next session how to do that. And other one point also, we have a Koti and the supervisor is Bharat. We tested only with the Koti approved limits, right? Now, when we are testing creating this purchase order, at that time we'll enter beyond the Koti's approved limits, 1 lakh, beyond, I mean, more than 1 lakh, then it goes to Bharat. How Bharat will approve it and all the process also we'll see. Finally, based on that purchase order, we'll create receipt and all. Finally, we'll see the how to perform the direct delivery in terms of receipt routing method, right? This all will complete in the next session, and we will discuss about this, what is accounting entry for P2P and payables, base tables, interface tables, key reports in the payables. Okay, one more session is left. It won't take much time. We can complete within 2 hours. Okay, so tomorrow would be the last session on payables. Okay, tomorrow last. From Monday we can start with the receivables. Okay, from receivables it won't take too much time. Okay, we have many concepts, but okay, we'll spend time and we'll do it. So think now it's half of completed. Half of completed. Fine. But your preparation is very, very important. If you are not preparing, even if you are attending classes, you have a great interest or passion towards this job, etc., etc. Some people came and met me initially. Oh, I'm completely for this only, some that only they are telling, but I don't see them like they are preparing. So that's your wish. If you are okay with the subject, you will be respected. Otherwise, they are ready to throw everyone into dustbin now. Me or you or anyone, if somebody is not okay with the subject, they are looking for a job and all, they'll get a very better experience for sure. Okay, that is the reason subject is very important. Now you got enough time, like just if you want not able to understand something, let me know, or else if anything what I can do, you let me know, I'll do it. But you are not preparing from your end means no one can take that place. Okay, fine, done. We'll see tomorrow then. Thank you.